are you nervous or are you scared about the future?
No, I'm only embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that the Congress that we have, the elected officials we have in the United States, are continue to play these games in front of the camera. I would like the cameras to be turned off, the microphones turned off, and wait till they come back with a resolve of what we now call the fiscal cliff. I believe that the market is telling us and telling Congress that the fiscal cliff will be resolved. The problem is when there's any indication that it might not be is when we see the sell-off. But this continuation, the move to the upside that we're seeing, which I think we will continue to see into the end of the year, is telling Congress very clearly, don't screw this up, don't continue to embarrass the United States, and get the job you were sent to Washington to do, get it done, and get it done now.
So how are you positioning yourself here?
I like equities. You know, that's my position. It's been for a while. I normally, you know, we've been chatting for a while. I tend to be more bearish in my positions, but I think equities are an asset class that are under-owned, particularly by the United States citizens. And the real risk to the market to me is interest rate risk. The people who continue to buy U.S. Treasury bonds, believing that there is virtually no risk. When interest rates start to climb, I think they will climb dramatically, very quickly, and the damage that will be done will be devastating to those people who thought they had real safety.
So what sectors are you especially interested in?
I've always loved energy. I've followed it for a long time, but energy is a very broad swath. I like the high-paying dividend stocks that specialize in pipelines. Sometimes they're called master limited partnerships. I like some of the fully integrated, the big names that you know from around the world. I'm not allowed to talk about individual stocks, so I would keep an eye on those. I think that any of the dividend-paying stocks in the United States, we saw them sell off on fears of an increase in tax rate. Paying taxes on dividends is a luxury problem to have. If you're not paying taxes on your bonds, it's because you're not making money. So I found it very interesting that those particular instruments sold off on fear of having to pay taxes on them. Unless you can find a better place to put your money, that's where I'd have my money.